Sports talk conversations with a good laugh mixed in. This is the Sports Talk with Thetford and Ashby podcast from Double T 97.3, presented by Cantex Roofing and Construction.
I'm Mike Hebert, owner of Cantex Roofing and Construction. Every day is game day, and we'll get it right when it comes to your roofing, construction, windows, and mirrors. Call Cantex Roofing and Construction today. Together, we are one serving you.
Well, I heard that you called Tanner because I printed these sheets out for you, but you can't find them. I don't know why I print them out, but I do. And
you should print two of them, one for me to lose and one for me to keep up with.
I'm sure he knew what to say because he really is.
Well, he's a Thetford.
It's mission service companies. And what he's doing is, and this is not just in the Permian Basin, but certainly in the Permian Basin, and up around Levelland, Sundown, wherever. He's got a company. Part of his company is where they kill weeds on all these oil and gas places. Can't have weeds growing anywhere. No green. Mm-mm. So he cleans that up, and you can get a hold of him, and they'll take care of it, and they'll guarantee their work, and that's what you're looking for.
That's the part he said that really impressed me is, if one of them sneaks back in, they'll come get it.
They'll come kill it.
They'll come pluck it.
And they got the stuff to do it and the equipment. So call this number, 806-632-6325. Now, that's easy, 632-6325.
Yeah, if you can remember the 5.
Yep, and you got to ask for, that'll be Tyler, and you got to say, I want the Thetford and Ashby discount. And this is real. Most of the time when we say that, it's not real. But this is real. You'll get a discount on your spray.
Never know unless you ask.
I know it.
Hey, you know who we've got on the phone? From Arizona.
No way.
Is Mark, one of the voices of the Lady Raiders. We may have both the voices of the Lady Raiders.
He's in Arizona now?
Yep. Mark Finkner and
Why is he
Chuck
in Arizona?
Hines.
Why are you in Arizona?
I'm not. I'm in Kansas City.
I knew you were in Kansas City.
He's in Kansas City.
I couldn't figure out why he was in.
Supposedly, I'm being told here where we're having a technical issue on the fly here. I've been told to have Brennan try to Zoom me in here.
Oh,
we're actually going to try to Zoom this.
We can hear you.
You just do the best you can. See if they're Zooming.
I Zoomed last week from the state championship game, and
he nailed it.
I was on Zoom forever, and before they ever let me on the show.
If this fella to my right can Zoom, YouTube trained professionals should be able to Zoom.
Use that term way too loosely there, trained professionals.
Hey, while B's doing that, I want to tell you guys, this has not been the easiest year to be the voices of the Lady Raiders. It's been, we had that 9-game losing streak, and that's just so tough. A lot of them were close, tough losses. But it's tough, and you guys did a wonderful job of making chicken salad out of it. But the end of the year, it was great. It was great. I'm so proud of those girls. How easy would it be just to phone it in and say, let's get out of here? But they didn't.
No doubt. When you're in that 9-game losing streak, I mean, 7 of them are single-digit losses, and the other 2 you're within 10 in the fourth quarter. So I mean, it's not like at the and I'm not trying to try to say anything negative about the at the end of the Candy Whitaker administration.
There y'all are.
Beat by 40. Oh, hey, how you doing this morning?
Looking good, guys.
Right, hold on just a second. All right,
can you hear us?
Man, I sure can.
Oh, that's so good.
This looks professional.
You got a headset
right there, man. Thanks to Chuck Hines.
There's a creeper there with you.
There's a creeper behind you. Look out behind you.
But Gary, to your point, the fact that it was tough for everybody. I mean, because you're in so many of those games, and that one little thing here, one little thing there, and you're winning games. I mean, it's just it's that easy, and you say it's that easy, but it wasn't. But you just knew that you're right there.
Hey, let me tell you, Frank. You look at those, and you're saying you're right there, one little thing here, there. But wasn't one of our best players out for the year?
Yeah, she was there last night. I saw her. But
Jordan Merritt's been out since.
Well, yeah, but she could be worth a few points.
Yeah.
No question.
Great.
Yeah.
No question.
You said a little thing. I said, well, there's a little thing. Your best player's out.
Well, I don't know if I would say your best player, but a senior who's been there, done that at both Florida and at Texas Tech. Yeah, you sure could have used her, but the decision for her to medically retire in January, and there were just some other issues there for her, and you can't blame her. I mean, you think long term, health. I mean, it's as much as you enjoy the game. And I mean, Jordan was there. I mean, I saw her at one point last night helping coach up the post players a little bit from the bench. So
yeah,
it was tough. But yes, not having another senior on the floor at times last night, and I'm sure there were a couple of games where we really, really could have used her. But you got to think long term too.
Well, without a doubt. But I couldn't have been prouder of the way those girls and they almost pulled it off last night, and then they'd be playing Baylor today.
That is correct. If Tech had won last night, they'd been playing Baylor at 5:30 today, and another team that in Lubbock you're right there with a minute to go in the game. I mean, you had a chance to beat Baylor in Lubbock. I mean, just like the way this tournament's set up for Tech. In the regular season, you lost to Kansas by 7. You get them. You lost to Utah by 6 in a game that you felt like you should have won. You don't get that one, but you get it here.
Yeah.
And Oklahoma State and perhaps Baylor had that worked out today. So, I mean, the draw as a 14 seed, you think, oh man, but it really set up about as well as it could for the Lady Raiders, and they played well here. They played well. They just last night just didn't get a few shots to go in. 3 of the probably most egregious calls you've had all year, all 3 go against you. And all were late in the game, and in that fourth quarter, and that
was it the same official
on all 3?
Yeah.
On 2 it was. On the other, I don't think it was the same one on all 3, but it was the same one on at least 2 of them. And the fact that an Oklahoma State player, their big Magassa, slammed the ball down on the floor, and I mean it went up high in the air. And really should have been teed up. I understand you want to let the players play, but boy, some interesting calls to say the least last night.
I think she thought the foul was on her because she jumped on the back of our player.
100%. Yeah.
She thought the foul was on her, so she slammed the ball.
Well, sure she did,
really high.
She knew she was wrong.
Yeah.
And they didn't call it on her?
No.
No, they called it on Maya Pete for the block out because she pulled both her arms back. That's the thing that I see today, guys. And I mean, David, you see this in the high school game, and Gary, you've been around it long enough to know. When you block a player out, you put your backside into them, you put your arms back. You don't hook them. You just put your arms back to put them on your back, and then you reach up to go get the ball. That's what Maya was trying to do last night, and yet she gets called for the foul.
Yeah, she jumped on her back.
And then a huge call is when they gave them a timeout. I mean, it looks like it's going to be a jump ball. And that's why I was wondering if it's the same official, because all you got to do is get to one official, and they don't have to screw you the whole game.
Get to one.
They don't have to screw you the whole game. They just got to pick their little deals, and that was a huge call.
Oh, yeah, no doubt, because the whole thought there was in the scramble for the ball, did Oklahoma State actually have possession of the ball to be able to call a timeout before Tech gets in there and ties it up? I don't think they ever had possession. And if they did, Tech had it simultaneously to have a jump ball,
huge call.
Not a timeout. Yeah, it was a huge call, sure.
Yeah. So, anyway, but let's go back to the positive. And the positive is our kids didn't quit. They didn't phone it in. They finished the season. And I guess we might have a chance to go to one of these lesser, I don't even know the initials of them.
WNIT.
Well, it used to be the WNIT. It's now the WBIT. But you sit here at 17-17, guys, and you've had a really good week.
Yeah.
You beat Colorado in overtime. You win 2 games in the conference tournament for the first time in 22 years this week here in Kansas City, and you're an eyelash from the semifinals. Do
you end on that?
Well, right. I mean, it's been a great
decision.
Week. Do you end it that way? Chuck brought this up last night in the post game. Do the economics make sense for you to play in the postseason? Because let's say if you get an invite and if you accept in that time frame, I don't know that the arena is available because I think there's a concert here in a couple of weeks or so. in the USA. So I don't know that the arena is even available to you, meaning you would have to travel in the first round. Now, you may have to travel anyway because of your record, but they're obviously looking, hey, Tech draws 4,000 or 5,000 a game. That's appealing because a lot of women's programs don't.
Yeah.
But if you can't host, then does it really make sense to get on the road and go somewhere?
Yes, it does.
You know, I mean, there's a lot of factors.
Go play.
involved.
We got lots of money, Mark. Didn't you know how much money we have? We have lots.
I'm going to tell you, money will come into the decision nowadays. Money is getting tighter because the money doesn't go to
100%.
the things it used to go to.
Yeah.
You got to save it for the players. So
Right.
We'll see.
We need to go, though. I mean, I really would, especially the way we finished. These girls, I would love to see them get to play some more if they could.
I would too. I mean, they're a joy to be around. They're wonderful examples of grace and class. But boy, they grit and they fight and they compete. And and that's something that this team has had to learn over the course of the year, because early on you're beating people and you're somewhat competing, but you maybe not always understand the.
Yeah. Well, Krista did a great job. She did a great job. Do you freeze up? I think you froze up, Mark. Move around a little bit.
No, he definitely froze up.
Come on, Mark.
I might send him a text and have him restart.
All right.
Well, or we'll just leave that freezing deal there, and I'll see if I can get him on the phone. And we'll just finish this.
Here, he's calling me right now.
Yeah, just leave that frozen Finkner on there. And we'll just talk to the...
All right, guys, I'm back.
We got a frozen picture of you, and it's not bad.
You're frozen. Your eyes are open and everything.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Yeah.
Here, I'm going to take a picture and send it to you. All right, go ahead.
Excellent.
Yeah.
But yeah, just saying that
went off.
In terms of all the decisions that have to be made for sure. And I mean, I would love to see them play some more, but I don't know
Financially.
Financially, and really, do you just end the season on a semi-high note like this? Ultimately, I don't know what they'll decide, but you've got three other teams in the Big 12: Arizona, Colorado, and Cincinnati, that finished ahead of you, that all have winning overall records. So I don't know if there's going to be that many at-larges. I think it's a long shot, but you never know.
You never know.
Yeah.
Well, did y'all have fun? Did y'all have a good time, you and Chuck?
Well, we did. We got together with some of our radio buddies on Tuesday night after we got here. But really, guys, you get into tournament play, and you go to the hotel, you watch film, you eat, you prep. Chuck and I are working our day jobs remotely Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, game at night, come back to the hotel after the game. I mean, really, for us, it was one night at a restaurant right near the arena. And Kansas City is a wonderful place. This is where it should be moving forward, and it will be. I think the deal is through like 2031. I mean, there's great entertainment. They've got an amphitheater down here in the Power and Light District. I mean, the men's tournament next week will be absolutely electric. Mm-hmm. It was really cold day one, so they didn't have a bunch of the outdoor stuff for fans here on the ladies' side. But I think if the weather is good next week here, this place will be jumping next week for the men's tournament. It's the perfect place, in my opinion, for this championship. It's a great environment, a great arena, and we had a good time. I just wish I was prepping for a game at 5:30 today.
Yeah, well, without a doubt. But you're right. That's a wonderful place to have it. But it's not convenient for the Baylors, the Texas Techs,
the Houstons.
The Houstons. So anyway, I think it's great to have it there and go 2 years there, 2 years Dallas, 2 years there, 2 years San Antonio, 2 years there, because it's a wonderful place. I've been to the men's up there, and it's a wonderful environment, well supported. And I guess you really need to go where it's supported, and it's supported up there.
Well, yeah, without a doubt, and you're trying to find a central type location for it. I mean, it's been in Dallas, it's been in Oklahoma City, and it's been here. And now that you have the Western schools, the Arizonas and the Utahs and Colorado coming in, and you also have West Virginia, UCF, Cincinnati, kind of in the East. So Kansas City is more of a central type location, I think. I mean, if you want to talk fair, right. You want to talk supported, man, when Iowa State plays in this building on the women's side, I mean, they come out. I mean, they do on the men's side too, but boy, especially on the women's side, I mean, there are more Iowa State fans than any.
Which is absolutely wonderful if you're an Iowa State person. But if you're a Baylor or a Texas Tech or somebody else that's trying to win the darn tournament, that's sort of an advantage for them every single year instead of every other or ever, And I know you got to have it at least 2 or 3 or 4 years just because you don't want to gear up and do it once and then sit for 5 years. So
right.
Anyway,
indeed,
there's no perfect answer.
So what are y'all going to do now? Are y'all headed back?
Yes, we will head back later today, and go from there, and then we'll get back to just regular day job every day, 8 or 7:30 to 5:30, or in Chuck's case, 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Whatever it is.
Well, and here's the amazing thing: he would do the show while he's up there. And
right.
And I just got to thinking. I thought he went down in the deal because he liked to be amongst the throng, the people. But
well, he does.
But I guess you were probably in bed sleeping, and he probably didn't want to do it in there.
No, and I appreciate him not wanting to do the show while I'm still trying to get an extra 20 or 30 minutes.
Oh, there you go, without a doubt. Mark, we got about 30 seconds. You got anything special you want to say about these girls?
Man, I tell you what, just couldn't be more proud of the fight and the heart in this team. And I mean, it's nothing but a first-class organization from head coach Krista Gurley to the assistants to the GAs to the students to the players. It's a first-class operation, and just glad to be a part of it with them.
Well, and you two do a great job, and we're proud of the job you guys do too.
Well, thank you so much, man. Just look forward. Hey, hopefully we got good weather coming home today. Nothing too crazy, and land safely early this afternoon.
Well, I wouldn't pack your jacket. I'd probably carry it on because you're going to need it when you get here.
Sounds good.
All right, guys.
Appreciate you as always.
Thank you, Mark. Appreciate you taking the time.
Thanks, guys.
We'll be back with more Sports Talk with Thetford and Ashby.
Sports Talk conversations with a good laugh mixed in. This is the Sports Talk with Thetford and Ashby podcast from Double T 97.3, presented by Cantex Roofing and Construction.
Welcome back to Sports Talk with Thetford and Ashby. David Thetford, Gary Ashby. Gerry Glasco is not on the phone yet. So he's going to be home
any minute.
I was saying our names so that Coach Glasgow would know who we were because we're not that big a deal.
I at the fight out lunch that he spoke at, I visited with him some, and I thought we were going to visit about fast pitch and different places we'd played and all that. I don't know that he's ever played fast pitch. I'm going to ask him that. Yeah. But anyway, it's an interesting story. This is an interesting guy, and I am really looking forward to having him on. And we showed the video of him bird hunting where he got stuck in the mud out at the Balma's ranch, and they pulled him out with the tractor about 3 weeks ago. So I don't know if he played a doubleheader yesterday so he could go bird hunting today.
I do not know.
Or what.
I'll find out, though.
But anyway, I'm looking forward to talking to him. It's an interesting story, and I'm sure some of y'all have heard it, but I'm sure a lot of y'all have not heard the story about how he wound up being a softball coach and all. So anyway, but we will talk to him here in just a little while. And I'm going to tell y'all before the break, we're talking about the highest paid sports broadcasters in the history of ever. And I'm going to go in the order number 8 to up to number 1. And number 8 is Joe Buck. Joe Buck's a good one. I like Joe Buck.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's very many people who don't like Joe Buck.
He's with the Hall of Famer, Troy Aikman.
Shaquille O'Neal's number 7, $15 million a year to do what Shaq does. Pat McAfee. I think I like him fine. I think there's people that don't.
Nutty a little bit.
I think there's people that don't like him, but he's $17 million a year. Tony Romo's $18 million a year. And I'm going to tell you somebody that gets twice as much as Tony Romo, but is not, I don't think, as good as Tony Romo here in just a second. Troy Aikman's $18 million a year, so he's tied with Tony Romo. Stephen A. Smith. Now, there's people that like Stephen. There's people that love Stephen. There's people that can't stand
He yells
Stephen.
all the time.
Yeah, he's a yeller. But he makes $20 million a year. Charles Barkley.
Everybody, he's something else.
21 million a year. And then number one, twice as much as you could add Romo and Aikman together and get what Tom Brady makes. $37.5 million a year.
Just started his first year.
Yeah. So anyway, I just found that fascinating.
That was Lois Scott, Billy Scott's wife.
Okay.
And I wouldn't have answered if it hadn't been her, or maybe one or two other people.
Right. Yeah.
But she was asking. You took the tour lately of the new Womble football facility.
Never been in it.
Oh, you haven't? Do they have a Hall of Fame area? Rodney had told her they were going to have a Hall of Fame area in there.
I think I don't know why they wouldn't. They got room. They got room, and I've not been in it.
But I'm going to find out, and I know that it'd be really great in some room like that. Have a special area. Jenny Bailey, Mama Bailey. She was the best.
She was special.
She really was the best, and the players they called her Mama. They did.
Yeah. Well, and she also handled Amy, my daughter. She was a Raider recruiter.
Yeah.
And she handled the Raider recruiters, and they looked at her sort of as Mama too, Mama Bailey.
We love Jenny Bailey.
Yeah, there ought to be a room for Jenny Bailey. All right, hey, you know who we've got on the phone, David?
We do. We got him?
We got our softball coach. And, hey, Coach, I told David earlier in the show that when you're playing good, you want to play a doubleheader, and if you're struggling, you'd rather not. But what a great deal to play a doubleheader yesterday.
Yeah, it was it was a beautiful night, and then when you win the first game, you're ready. Let's go.
Let's go again.
Going.
Especially when you run rule, the team that's picked to win the conference.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was really apprehensive because, literally we didn't know with Nyjah, it's just day to day, and we're actually moment to moment because it just depends. We wasn't sure she would be able to go, and it just depended on how she felt in the bullpen, because we're going to be really careful. And if she feels tight or tightness, then we would, we wouldn't go with her. But she felt good, and we were able to go, and so that was a huge relief. And then you get the momentum, and then we got the lead, and we were able to get her out early.
Yeah, that's great.
And then, in Game 2, I hadn't even thought about bringing her back in Game 2, and she comes up to me in the third inning, fourth inning, and says, "Coach, I'm ready to go if you need me." I said, "Are you serious? You feel like you can go?" And she goes, "I'm good. I'm good to go."
Well, that's good news, isn't it,
Coach? At that point, Chloe's already thrown 7 innings, and
yeah,
it just was a great night for our program, and we needed that. We've had some rough moments here, and that was the night when things went our way and was really fun. The crowd was phenomenal.
Yeah, it really was. And I told people softball is fun, especially when you're good, and we're good. It's a great spectator sport.
That was a good call, though, moving to the doubleheader. It really was, because today is really cold and miserable.
Yeah, and Oklahoma State actually was the one. Oklahoma State wanted a doubleheader on Friday night because they did. I think they're probably.
This call will be recorded.
Most people at this time of year are dealing with injuries, and
this call is no longer being recorded.
I hit the button on my phone. But at this time of year, most softball teams are dealing with injuries because you play so many preseason games in a hurry.
Yeah.
And we played 7 games last week and 6 the week before. So we got 6, 7 players banged up and nicked up and injured right now, and that's just everybody in the country same way. And so nobody really wants to play in 30-degree wind chill or 25-degree wind chill.
Not at all. Well, Coach, we're 20-6 now, and of course, when we came out there and watched Nyjah the very first game against LCU, that exhibition games y'all played, and we were so impressed. I'm telling you. And she seems like not only is she just a great pitcher and athlete, but what a great person she is.
Amazing human being. I'm blown away every day by her character and the way she concerned about her teammates and the team player that she is and her work habit. So just amazing to be able to try to build the culture of a program around an athlete like her with that kind of work habit.
Yeah.
Her leadership, just by example, it's just incredible to be not just her greatness, like the greatness of she's one of those rare athletes that can totally dominate a sport, but her work habit is incredible. And then, like, you know, I'm talking to her Thursday, like, I mean, if you don't feel right, we're not throwing tomorrow. You know, it's like, oh, my teammates, they need me. I'm going to throw. They're going to I got to. She's concerned about her teammates.
Yeah.
And I'm like, your teammates want you to take care of you. And you just don't see that in this day and age as much as you used to, I think. And it's really a throwback. She's a throwback player to an earlier generation, and really lucky to be around her. And she just amazes me every day with her in a lot of ways, with nothing to do with talent, just how good a teammate she is.
Is she a sophomore?
She's a junior now.
Okay.
Yeah, this is her third year, so we got at least one more year with her, and we're hoping that the NCAA will make that rule change where they get 5 years eligibility. That would be great.
Oh, man, that would be great.
Good. I'll have another year.
Well, Coach, are you going to hang in? You've been coaching a long time. You got so many coaching honors, they almost going to have to add a whole new page just to put your honors on. You've had an amazing career, Coach. You really have.
I've been very lucky. Very, very, very lucky, and this is really a fun job here. Very special. The Texas Tech athletic program, the grounds crew, man, I got to brag on my grounds crew. that field last night, when I walked out there and I saw how well manicured the infield was, they had the water exactly right. It played perfect. The bounces were perfect, and that's little things like that you know you just don't see very often.
Yeah,
it made a huge difference in the game. And you know, our shortstop made some unbelievable plays. Third base made some unbelievable plays. Langler's made some unbelievable plays at second. The defense was nearly flawless. We had one boo-boo in the second game, but the infield was absolutely incredible, the way they played defense. And that field crew, you know, you got to remember those guys had a huge part in that.
Yeah.
And so for me as a coach, just so appreciative and so fortunate and feel so lucky to be here and be a part of this.
All right, David was talking about your coaching career. I listened to you at the Fight Out lunch about a month ago or 3 weeks ago, and I was fascinated about how you even got into coaching because you were a bird hunting guide in Mexico, and of course that's a perfect transition into NCAA softball coaching. Can you give us a Reader's Digest version of how you got here?
You know what? A lot of luck, and good Lord just took care of a poor old country boy. Because I'm sitting here, I actually was eating breakfast at the pancake house with a friend of mine I grew up with, and you know he's known me since I was in high school. You know, and they're in there laughing about me burning up a grill because I don't know how to use a gas grill, and he said he was just telling the story. My wife said, Jerry, millions of people grill every day in their backyard with no problem, and you can't grill without burning. Well, I almost burned the house down. Anyway, long story. I'll prove to you if you hang around me, you don't have to be real smart to be a college softball coach. But I've been really lucky, and I think you just having good people around you, surround yourself with great coaches. And then great coaches surround themselves with great talent and great players. And I've been very lucky to have good players. And then you got to have all the things around your college program to be successful in college. You got to have the administration, and you got to have all the little things, you know, that people don't see. The trainers that's working behind the scenes to keep Nigel on that field. Our medical department, you know. And our training and they're unbelievable here at Texas Tech. And then we talked about the field crew, and then you've got your strength conditioning coaches, and there's just a lot of people that go into it. And then all that together, I'm the lucky guy that I get to be the head coach, and I get a lot of credit for stuff for stuff that other people do. But I've been fortunate, and this is a perfect example of it. When you get here and you get Naja Canada here, and that's the Matador Club and the Red Raider Club, and John and John and Tracy Sellers had a huge amount of influence in putting together a great roster for us here that would allow us to, I believe, will allow us to compete at the national level in my first year here. And, I'm just very thankful for it.
That's good. Well, Coach, your overall record at Louisiana was 388 losses. That's 773 winning percentage.
Say that again because it sounded
300 wins, 88 losses.
Sounded like 388 losses.
Yeah, it's phenomenal numbers that you've been blessed with, Coach. And you give everybody else the credit, but I know you get some credit on that too. You do. You got to put it together, and you've done a great job. We're just blessed to have you here at Texas Tech.
Hey, if your daughters hadn't played softball, would you ever have coached softball?
No.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
That's what I'm saying. The story's fascinating.
Yeah.
No, I love sports. Now, I love sports. I was one of them guys that when I got out of college, I was playing slow pitch softball, every single night of the week, and if I could get on 2 tournaments in a weekend on 2 different teams, I was there. I was wanting to play softball.
One of those guys.
In the wintertime, I was going all over playing basketball. I wanted to play independent basketball when I was 25, 26 years old. I just love sports, and I love to compete at anything. And so, when my kids got old enough, I really wanted my daughters to be barrel racers. I wanted to ride horses. We had horses and barrel horses, and when my oldest daughter got to be 12, my goal, she was riding horses when she was 8, 9 years old, and that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to, to watch her ride barrel horses, but she loves softball, and so that's what she wanted to do. So we it's about her, and I got, if we're going to do this, we're going to win, and we're going to be good at it. And I started playing softball with her, and then my middle daughter, she played at Southern University, and the Tara, the one that's here with me coaching pitching, my middle daughter was 5 years younger than her, and she was a really talented athlete, Erin. And she was a catcher, played shortstop her freshman year in high school, was all-state, and then she ended up being a catcher in college and was a catcher at Texas A&M when they were runner-up national champions in 2008 with Amanda Scarborough and Megan Gibson. And so I was able to go and watch her play in the World Series and get runner-up, national champion the year before I started at Georgia. And so those kids really taught me the game of softball, watching them and evolving through their career. And I can remember I knew I was going to Georgia in March. And so the whole season I was watching my daughter at Texas A&M and watching them go to the World Series. And actually the head coach, Lou, and we went to the World Series and sat together every game of the World Series and made our plan. Like, this is what we're going to do at Georgia. This is what we want to work on. This is what the teams are doing to win. And so we watched that World Series together the first week of June in 2008. And in August, I started coaching college for the first time at University of Georgia. And we went to the Final Four the first year. And I think it was, being at that World Series, and Lou had been in the World Series as a coach at Southern Miss in 1999 and 2000. And she hadn't attended the World Series since. She said, it's just too painful. But she said, if Aaron goes, we're going to go together and watch it. And I think us sitting together there and seeing it made it real and visualizing, being there. And then we were able to go as coaches together the next 2 years and made the Final Four.
Hey, Coach, I don't know if you can hear that music.
I want to go back. I want to get back in that World Series.
Or me.
Hey, we're about to go to a hard break. Can you stick with us, or do you need to go?
No, I'm good.
Okay, good.
Hang on through the break, and we'll come back. And I got a couple of questions for you about your high school.
All right.
All right. Enjoying it, Coach. We'll be back with Coach Glasgow right after these breaks.
Sports talk conversations with a good laugh mixed in. This is the Sports Talk with Thetford and Ashby podcast from Double T 97.3, presented by Cantex Roofing and Construction.
All right, Coach Gerry Glasco, the head softball coach for Texas Tech Red Raiders. And, Coach, I'm looking here at some information about you, and you're from Orchard City? Orchard Crab Orchard, Illinois High School. Crab Orchard, Illinois High School. Now,
what is a crab orchard?
What's your mascot?
Trojans. Crab Orchard Trojans.
Crab Orchard.
Crab Orchard is a crab tree. Crab tree is like a green. The crab apple is about the size of a grapefruit.
Yeah.
But it's a real. I don't know how to describe the outer. A crab apple is got a real rough exterior, kind of look like it's deformed, but it's a big green, bright green, round. I don't know if it's a fruit or what it is, but they grow on fish rows up there in the Midwest.
Is it edible?
And
do you eat them?
So that's what Crab Orchard's named after, a crab apple trees that used to grow there.
And that's something. And the Trojans are your mascot.
And Crab Orchard High School was 100. When I went to high school, it was about 110 kids.
There
was 24 in my senior class, 9 boys and 15 girls.
Well, there you go. There you go.
Yeah.
Hey, and then you went on to the University of Illinois, and you got a degree in agricultural economics in 1980, which says softball coach all over it.
That leads right in.
That leads right into softball coaching.
Yeah, my dad was a farmer, raised hogs and corn, soybeans, and I thought I was going to be a pig farmer, but I wasn't tough enough for that.
That's so funny. That's what you decided you weren't tough enough. You got to be tough to raise hogs, I'll tell you.
Yes, you do.
You do. That's a rough way to make a living, but that is a great story, and it's so funny, Coach, that you would end up. You just look at people's life road and where they go, and way back then you'd have never dreamed I'm going to be a softball coach, and I'm going to be the head coach of the Texas Tech Red Raiders someday. It's crazy how it goes.
And nobody that ever knew me would ever dream that either.
They thought you'd been a hog farmer.
Miracles happen.
Yeah.
Well, do y'all enjoy it here? Are you fitting in? You feel comfortable yet?
Oh yeah, we love it. I love it. It's a great place. I'd spent enough time in West Texas. I knew I would love Lubbock.
Yeah.
And because I always loved coming out to Aspermont and Jayton and Post and those towns and hunting, and I love to be outside in the field hunting anything. And it's a rural area, and then of course agricultural community, but very friendly people. And I knew I'd love West Texas. That's perfect for me. I'm an outdoor guy, and I like the remoteness of it. Doesn't faze me at all. And then what I didn't know is like how good of college town Lubbock is, and how much they love the Red Raiders here in Lubbock, and the fan support. Like last night, that atmosphere, it was incredible. And the thing is the tip of the iceberg. We keep winning. I think people come and they expect to see a good pitcher with Nyjah, but when they got out there and they saw Nyjah, how good she really is in person, it's just spectacular. And then you see an incredible, left-handed pitcher. Chloe was incredible last night. Mm-hmm. And then Haley Toney out there making plays in the outfield with Logan and Maya out there. It was just a really athletic team. And I think when people see how we play with speed and use our speed on the bases, how aggressive we are running the bases, I believe our fan base is absolutely going to fall in love with our ball club. And I think what we saw last night as far as the fan base is just the tip of the iceberg. I think I've said that from the beginning. Our goal here is to build a program that it's a event when the softball team plays in town. And I think we're gonna get that done because this town loves our sports. They love the Red Raiders. And I didn't know how passionate the fan base here is. And it really makes it fun.
Well, and a lot of folks haven't been around softball much, and they're going out there maybe because of Nyjah. But once they get out there, they're going to see exactly how really, really good these young ladies are. I mean, it's a great brand of softball. It's a great brand of athleticism.
Yeah, at the national level, when you get into the top 20 type teams, and I hope we're even top 10 team, I believe we are. The speed and the quickness of the game. We should play our games in an hour and a half. And then the elite athleticism of an outfielder like Maya Davis or a shortstop like Haley Toney, it's a really fun game to watch. How highly skilled they are, and then the pace of the game is just really refreshing. It's not a 3.5 hour baseball game; it's an hour and a half show, and it's going to be a lot of things packed into that 1 hour and a half. And so that's why the fan base of college softball, that's why it's so good on ESPN and draws so good. It's an enormous college softball on ESPN is an enormous draw. And it's because the game's such a great game. It's a great spectator sport. And I think we're going to see it explode here in Lubbock now that we've got this team together. And I know what we got planned for next year. And it's really, really going to be a special time here in Lubbock for the next few years if things go how we want it to.
Well, one difference I noticed between baseball and softball is, like Nigel last night, throw that unbelievably good changeup, strike a girl out, and then just scream. Pitchers in baseball don't scream after they strike somebody out, and if they do, there's apt to be a little rumble. But she would just strike them out, and I know she's not screaming at the batter, but she's screaming in delight. And in baseball, that's not acceptable.
Yeah, they show a little more emotion, but more of a positive. I think in a positive way. It was a emotion of joy or excitement, not of showing up the opponent. And so, it's the way girls express it or women express it. I think maybe comes off in a whole different realm than if you had a man out there doing that. Because a man would definitely be taken as showing up his opponent. Whereas when the women do it, it's you can tell it's just like pure joy.
Yeah.
The Oklahoma State pitcher really, she was fun to watch too. She's really good. Like, she's one of the top 3 or 4 pitchers in the country. Ruby Malin in the second game, she was 8-0 going into that game, and out there throwing 70 miles an hour. And when she struck out Raider batter, I mean, she was letting it out, but she wasn't showing us up. She was just having fun playing the game and didn't mean anything by it at all towards our team. And I think we recognize that, and the excitement and the emotion of young people playing a sport at a very high level. That's totally acceptable in my book and in our sports book.
All right, the game tomorrow, will Mayland throw against Nija?
I would expect we'll see that matchup. Yeah,
okay.
I think that you'll see Mayland for them in the circle, and of course with us, Nija will be moment to moment. We'll look at her and reevaluate how she feels and how sore is she going to be today. I haven't seen her yet today, but if everything, hopefully she's able to roll tomorrow, and then if so, at some point during the game, we will get that matchup, I would expect. And
I think folks think that since it's a sold out, season tickets are sold out, that they can't go out there and get in and see the game. But they got that outfield stand, so I'm assuming if you go out there, you can buy a ticket and watch 2 of the best pitchers in the country tomorrow.
Yeah, I think there's still tickets for sale at the gate. And I'm going to tell you, those outfield seats may be the best seats in the whole house. Yeah. I love sitting. If I go to a game, I sit in center field or right field, because you're only 200 feet from home plate. Like, it's not like baseball where you're 375, 400 feet. You're 200 feet. You're right on top of the field. And the view from the outfield is such a great view. It's a tremendous angle to watch the game in. And so don't be thinking it's a bad seat. It's a great seat. And we need that. We want that place packed. And the girls will be out there tomorrow after the game, signing autographs, and they'll be available to the public after the game tomorrow.
Oh, that'll make it fun for everybody. Hang around and get that. Tell everybody just again, Coach Glasco, what the time the game is. I just make sure that everybody, because of the change of the schedule, just let everybody know.
Yeah, it's 12 noon tomorrow. The game starts at 12 noon. It should be over by 1:45. I would think it'll be from 12 to 1:45. It might last till 2, but it'll be a quick 2-hour game. And there's no wind tomorrow. It's going to be a beautiful day. Sunshine with 50, they're saying 53, 54 degrees looks like. And the wind chill is 0. It's like, it's going to feel like 52, 53, just like the actual temperature. I think it's 50 at game time.
That'll be perfect. That'd really be a great day. You should have a great crowd tomorrow for this game.
I think we will. We got a chance to go for a sweep over the preseason pick to win the conference, and I'm hoping we'll have a great crowd out there. And we're gonna, we're gonna try to finish the deal tomorrow, and hopefully we can get another win.
Yeah.
But regardless, we got us a series win here over a great opponent, and sets us up for a really good run here now at the Big 12 championship.
Oh, without a doubt. When I flipped it on, it was 6-0 last night, and I thought, you got to be kidding me, because I knew Oklahoma State had a great pitcher. Were you not just a little bit surprised that you jumped on them like that?
The game played out like I thought. I thought when we went to the doubleheader, I thought they was going to save Malin and not throw her against Nyjah.
Yeah.
So I had prepared all week for the pitcher that they threw in game one. I just had a hunch that what would happen. And so I thought we could, and I thought we were prepared, just like we were for the A&M left-hander. I felt like we had a really good pregame preparation, and then my only concern was they might not start her game one. But when it went that way, I really did. I felt really confident in that game. And then, of course, you get a huge emotional lift when Nyjah comes out there to pitch, because, the whole team and me and coaching staff, our whole program.
And me.
We worried all week, like, is she going to be able? Will she be able? And then even Friday at 4 o'clock, we don't know. It just depended on how that warm-up went at 5:15. And so when she come out of that bullpen at 5:45, I had a bunch of happy kids in a great place, and that's the kind of presence she has on our ball club. And then Chloe was lights out last night. It's so awesome. Important, and I think she's just now getting, comfortable in her role here and pitching like she did at the end of the year last year at Louisiana, where she was able to really beat a lot of good teams in the top 10, top 20. And last night was outstanding for her. So, we're in a great place, and I was relieved to get the win. I wouldn't have been surprised yesterday at noon. Any possibility, win, lose, split, everything was a very real possibility to me. But I couldn't have been happier with the outcome, obviously.
All right, the Sellers are a huge part of our you being here and Nyjah being here and the great program they have. Have they been able to make it out to any games?
They follow every game. Tracy told me she watches every single game. If she's not there, she's on TV watching it. Their schedule's ridiculous, and they do all this for the university. And there's the work schedule of someone like a Cody Campbell or John Sellers, and the work schedule that those people are under and the stress they're under is unbelievable. So I don't know how much. I don't actually. They're really great supporters, and I don't know when they're there, when they're not there, but I know this. Tracy told me they watch every single game on TV, and she texts me before and after most games, and it was just a break of a lifetime to have not just the Sellers, but the Red Raider Club and the Matador Club and the alumni booster programs that we have here at Texas Tech, and it's every. You've got your upper echelon of donors, but man, the little donors, the numbers, the mass donors, there's a lot more people like me that do a little bit, and those are important too. So it's just huge for our program, and we're in a great place. That Matador Club and the Red Raider Club. It cannot be overstated how important it is to our athletic program and how grateful, not just me, but every coach in our athletic program is blessed and grateful for these people that do that for our college and our athletes.
Well, you're talking about Tracy being able to watch every game. Did you ever think that you could, that fans, and you recruit nationwide, that their families can watch every single game that you play on TV? I mean, it's just fascinating to an old guy like me.
Yeah, ESPN Plus is an amazing thing, and then the popularity of college sports in general and in softball in general. It's really neat, and it just shows you. You just watch as we go down the stretch. I mean, we got national TV games now with Arizona. I forgot who else, but there's 3 or 4. We got half of the Big 12 games is on national TV. Texas Tech is in the half. 3 of the 6 national TV games.
That's awesome.
I think it's maybe Brigham Young or Utah. I can't remember off the top of my head. But, that's all due to Naja Candidate and the visibility of the program. So it's a really big deal.
It is a big deal, Coach, and you made an excellent point about everybody chipping in. We got thousands and thousands of Red Raiders. We all need to be a part of the Red Raider Club and Matador Club, and you made a great point of that. Congratulations. We're about to go to a break again, but thank you for being on today, Coach Glasco. You're an amazing guy. You ought to fit right in here. You're with your kind of folks right here in Lubbock, Texas, and Texas Tech. Mm-hmm. Just keep on rolling.
All right. Well, let's just keep us in mind and keep rooting for our program. We need all the help we can get, and help us turn this thing into a national power. That's what my dream is. I want to see us become a program that's talked about beside of UCLA and Oklahoma. And
you got it.
There you go,
Coach. Thank you, buddy, so much for being on.
Tomorrow at noon.
See you later.
You've been listening to the Sports Talk with Thetford and Ashby podcast from Double T 97.3. Catch the show live Saturday mornings from 9 to noon on Double T 97.3 FM or on the Double T 97.3 mobile app.